This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus, talking a little Destiny, and it's funny because I've been watching a lot of Destiny streamers lately. So mostly, people. It's kind of split. I can't say mostly now that I think of it. Like, the people who I concentrate the most on, it's usually a split between people who are constant PvEers, player versus environment, for those who don't know, versus PvPers, players versus players. I think it's a little more balanced towards the people who do more PvE than anything, mostly because I just find them entertaining streamers, and they just happen to play a game that I like, which is, I guess not the real reason why I watch them. It's more about their entertainment than them playing Destiny, which I'm still playing. Again, don't play it as much as I used to. That's why you don't see it pop up as often as it used to. But I still enjoy it nonetheless. But the topic came up in one stream about KD, and this guy, he was saying how he doesn't feel he's that good. So I looked up his KD, and his KD is not bad. It's 1.47. And during the stream when he was playing Iron Banner, he was consistently getting around or above that KD, and he was just like, oh man, I'm just not having a good game. And for someone like myself who plays multiplayer but doesn't consider themselves a avid multiplayer fan, like, I play multiplayer if it's something that seems interesting. I'm not just gonna play any multiplayer. Like, I don't play Call of Duty. I don't do a lot of sports games online, the more popular multiplayer stuff. But I do Destiny. I do Battlefield. I loved the hell out of the Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I was sad when they took it out of Unity. I thought it was pretty unique. I thought that I never saw the complaints that people had. I mean, there are complaints that I have towards the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, but at the same time, I feel like they're just complaints that fall within the game, like every other complaint when it comes to multiplayer. It didn't necessarily make it a bad multiplayer. It just made it a multiplayer that, like all multiplayers, has some stuff that you just don't care for, that you have to deal with. I loved Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I thought it was clever. I haven't played much of it lately, and I didn't play much of it when it was really big, but Last of Us multiplayer, I play multiplayer, I guess, is the basis of this. Now, that being said, I'm not that good at multiplayer. I put myself at average at best, probably below average, because when it comes to playing, sometimes I just like to run around, unless the gameplay requires you to play in a certain way, which I do. I always play the objective, and even, I guess, in Destiny, I play the objective. But being a first-person shooter, I'm more prone to be active. I'm not the sit and kneel and stay off the map type, move around slow. I'm trying to get to a point really quick. I'm trying to engage. And I'm trying to knock people off the spots, keep a spot, things like that. I'm active in the game. So I'd probably take more deaths than I need to do, but I just try to be as aggressive as possible. That's just the style that I play with. That being said, my KD is not that great, but I'm looking at this guy and looking at his 1.47, and I'm going to tell you right now, all of my KDs for all of my characters hover around a 0.9. I think the lowest I have is actually 0.8. Just look it up and tell me how much I suck if you want to. But yeah, I don't really have a good KD, so when I see somebody with a 1.47, I'm like, yo, that's pretty damn good. And so it got me to looking up the KDs within Destiny, and there's a site called Destiny Tracker, which basically is an amalgamation of all the stats and things like that, and they crunch the numbers and give you like your skill score, they average out your KDs for all your characters, your kills, blah 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 blah. It's a pretty cool site. Now they were showing KD, and they were saying like between the top 10,000 players in the world, their average KD is about a 1.47, which I found funny because that's what dude's KD is, 1.47. So he's in the realm of the top 10,000. It made me think, what makes a KD actually good in people's mind? Like, again, for me, anything over a 1 means you're pretty decent, especially for a game like Destiny, which there's a lot of different variables that can get you caught up. You know, your supers, the types of weapons that you use, and their impact and things like that. And if you go to the Iron Banner, you just asking for a beating, because then all your stats count. So it's like, what armor do you have? What upgrades do you have on your gun? What like fire level are they? Things like that. All the perks come into play on there. So there's a lot going on in Destiny's multiplayer that can cause you to not have this super stellar KD. So I feel like being where I'm at, I'm good, because the average for Destiny, I believe they said the average overall KD was around 0.8. So I'm pretty doing well, but at the same time, I know people don't necessarily look at that and be like, yeah, dude, that's not good. So with that, I'm asking you guys, what do you think makes a great KD? What do you think makes a great player when it comes to competitive multiplayer? Because me personally, I don't necessarily think it's KD. There's a lot of garbage, and I'll probably be doing a video to address some of that in Destiny that I feel helps a lot of players who aren't really that good look much better than they do. I think that's true of just about every game. There's certain perks, certain guns, things like that that kind of give bad players a boost because they know how to use these exploits in the game, in my opinion. So I'm just curious, what's your take on what makes a good online player, and how important is KD to you? I think that's a good topic. I hope I get some answers on this one. I would really appreciate you guys going hard on this one and give me a clue as to what equates as a good player in your mind. Anyway, as always, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.